Why do I get my best ideas now? Writing the third book in a fantasy series is not for the weak at all. I am a pantser at heart. I end up coming up with my best ideas in revisions. And I have written this one plot line in particular 3, maybe even 4 times, and I'm possibly about to rewrite the same plot line for a 5th time. The series is The Gate Chronicles. This is the 3rd book in the series, Swords of Soul and Shadow. The first book and the second book, I like to describe as Anastasia meets Treasure Planet, and it's great. I'm loving it. I love the series. It's a best-selling series. It has over 1,000 reviews on Amazon. All good things, right? And so I have a lot of pressure. I even have a release date for this book, but the problem herein lies with this. I have multiple points of view. Now, the first book has a dual point of view with 1 extra point of view for flavor. So we have 3 total points of views, but it's mainly a dual point of view, and they're following a single plot line. The second book has those 2 dual point of view, and it's still a dual point of view with a 1 singular plot line. It just depends on which character makes the most impact is what scene or chapter I write that point of view in. And then we have the same flavor character from book 1 as a regular point of view. It's not really flavor, but it's not really plot heavy yet, but it is at the same time. It's kind of that middle ground. And then I added another point of view, so 4 points of view. That one is definitely just flavor. It's like 3 chapters in the entire book, and they're pretty short. And she's there to round out one of the other points of views to make it a little more impactful. But this third book, so all 4 of those points of views are back. We have the dual point of view, which isn't dual anymore. Those characters are now following 2 different plot lines. And then I have the heavy flavor in book 2, a light flavor in book 1. They are back, and they have a same kind of heavy in the middle plot line flavor. And then you have the lighter flavor one from book 2, also in book 3. Still a light flavor. It doesn't really need a whole lot of screen time. I've then added possibly 2 more ones. One is light flavor, the other one is heavy because it's going to have a lot more scenes in the book. It also is fleshing out a lot of the plot and the characters and the past. And I love this plotline. I'm not cutting it, I hope. But herein lies the rub. All 3, 4, 5, 6, I've lost count at this point, have different plot lines. They have arcs. And while they had arcs in the other 2 books, they are heavier, more involved arcs in book 3, because this is the final book in the series. And back to the first 2, it's a dual point of view in the first book and the second book. They're following the same plot line. They're together, they're working together, they're separate at the beginning of book 3. There's 2 different stories I'm having to write with the beginning, middle, and end, but then they converge. It's dual again. Like, why did I set myself up for this? Why? Like, I think this book is going to be good. And I finally gotten to the point of revisions where I'm really enjoying my book, because I did not like it when I first drafted it. I'm somebody who really likes revisions. I know that my book is going to get better with each successive revision. But now let's go back to the very beginning of this video when I said I'm going to rewrite a plot line for the 5th time. It's a really good idea, and it would help out so much for multiple things in the book, because I felt like this plotline was dragging and it was missing something. It's going to add a really awesome layer to my book. It would just involve writing this plotline for the 5th time. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to outline it, this particular new change, and really do a detailed outline. I am not an outliner, but I think I need to do that so I don't waste my time writing this plotline and I don't even use it.